Is a twin flame union worth a family breakup? Meeting our twin flame when already married is truly a test of fire. Just like our soul intended it. The awakening we experience causes our vibration, awareness, and energy to jump up, making us acutely aware of the energetic suppression we've been living under. The soul wants resonance, freedom, and union. And it wants it now. The souls magnetize each other, and we truly feel the magical universe at play through the synchronicities and signs that surround us. Maybe, like many others, it is being made clear to us from within that it is time to leave our marriage. Not because of the promise of a blissful union, but because our soul demands it. The soul does not make mistakes. It knows the path it wants to follow. Many bolt out of existing relationships upon meeting their twin flame, since they can no longer find alignment with the old. The call to return to our original state of oneness is so intoxicating, and the otherworldly soul connection to the twin flame feels so strong that staying in the old relationship becomes unbearable. Every second, we are aware of the pressure upon us to follow the call to be who we are at the deepest level within us. Unfortunately, as the magnetic pull reverses, signaling the start of the journey within, many return to these old relationships. Not because we fell out of love with our twin flame, but because all the hurt and disappointment we caused our partner and the other important people in our lives finally caught up with us. Subconsciously, we know there is still unfinished karma to work through. We retreat into the safety of our old paradigm marriage, where we hide and try to make sense of things, protected by the society which demands we do the right thing and remain with the person whom we promised our life. This pattern is a sign of old energy that needs resolving. It is a resistance to our evolution. There is no right or wrong way here. Just more work to do and lessons to learn. Ironically, once the dust settles, we may be surprised to find that the marriage seems better, our spouse may be awakening too, there may be less conflict, and things seem to flow better. Of course, this is not because the spouse changed but because we changed, our perception changed. And it affected the relationship dynamic. And even though we realize we can never quite go back to the way things used to be, we feel relieved being able to carry on in a marriage where we feel safe, but which also does not require us to invest ourselves like the twin flame union does. Yet as time goes by, we still find ourselves thinking about this wondrous person who flipped our world upside down, wondering what went wrong and why they could not be a part of our life. They are still the first person we want to run to with news of our greatest joys and deepest sorrows. And the one whose energy we seek when we want to calm our spirit. We may feel their heartbeat inside our own or pain in our heart when they intimately give themselves to someone else. We may hear them speak to us and feel the warmth of their presence in the heart chakra. The impact of the twin flame on the energetic body simply cannot be undone or permanently ignored. This is where the two paths separate. For some, this will be a moment of truth, a recognition of the staying power of this connection, a realization that this person will always be a part of their being, whether they like it or not. These people will do their best to find a way to include the twin flame in their life for the benefit of everyone involved. Rather than hide the connection, they may even come out to their spouse about it. For them, it may not feel right to leave just yet, maybe there are children to consider or simply more growth to be done. Then some miss their twin flame just as much but are determined to keep this person away from their marriage, not because they worry about that person crossing any lines, but because they do not trust themselves not to. The connection is still there, alive and kicking, but suppressed underneath feelings of guilt, duty, and responsibility towards the spouse. Even if they want to reach out, they cannot find the words, frustrated at not being able to express their true heart. Or for fear that they perceive this connection to be. They may feel confident that they are doing the right thing, yet they still feel stuck. They may not even realize this has anything to do with the twin flame, but they find themselves spending more and more time away from home. Sex and intimacy become a struggle. Health problems crop up. All just a reflection of how stuck they feel emotionally. Since their creativity is up and left with the twin flame, they find themselves moving completely into their headspace. After all, the twin flame now occupies the heart space they refuse to visit. To occupy their mind, they throw themselves into anything that they can obsess over and fill their mind space with. Deep within, they know they really should be honest with everyone and end the marriage for that one true chance at happiness. Yet what is holding them back is that long shared history, no matter how unhappy or unfulfilling. They feel they owe it to their spouse to stick it out. And that they cannot handle the guilt of breaking their heart. Maybe they already tried and, instead of compassion, received emotional outbursts and more. They may feel like the worst person in the world just for feeling this love within. On top of everything, they know they have let their twin flame down. They haven't forgotten their promise of a physical union. Deep within, they have not given up on that promise, they are just postponing it. But to delay union is a dangerous game that easily traps us for a lifetime. Of course, by now both these individuals realize they will always carry a part of their twin flame within, as an energy, a reflection, and a presence, as an integral part of who they are. By deliberately disconnecting from that which is within, a divide now exists within their very own being. It dawns on them that the spouse will never be able to return that vibration of unconditional love to the same degree that the twin flame could. No matter how much they may try, it will never be as nourishing, as deep, as intimate, as spiritual, as infused in God. Time and time again, the dilemma will continue to present itself. To keep the status a slow spiritual loss, only ever giving a part of yourself to the spouse, or to divorce, and finally be fully who you are, with or without the twin flame. Deciding to move on is very difficult. Feelings of confusion, guilt, hurt and emptiness will be daily companions throughout the process. The best advice in this situation is to follow your inner voice and look to the universe, not your twin flame for guidance and direction. Ask the Creator for smooth transitions and an outcome for the highest good of all. Also, know that meeting your twin flame does not always equal happily ever after. Union is a choice you both must make. You must understand this. There are no guarantees. It is possible in the course of a lifetime to meet many people of similar vibration or with whom you share a deep spiritual bond because of life experiences. This does not always mean they are your twin flame, nor does it necessarily translate into a compatible lifelong romantic relationship. Nevertheless, beyond all the questions and moral dilemmas is the reality of real love. Is your twin flame the one with forever in their eyes? Is it their face that appears before you as you call upon your beloved? Did you always know that you came here to reunite with your one true love? Has your soul confirmed this to you? It is not by mistake that the twin flame shows up in your reality. You are both being given a chance to embody your highest self here on earth in this lifetime. You are being shown that the union is possible and that it is within your reach. It is already something your soul aspires to. Why settle for anything less? Be brave and ask yourself. Is it in the highest good of everyone to put blinders on and persist in a profoundly incompatible marriage, denying yourself and your spouse the chance to find true love? Or to trust that small voice inside your heart that tells you to take that leap of faith and to follow the call home? Real love is forever, it will never leave you. This journey only ever leads to one place. Back to each other.